us. We had us 2 pups coming out. Welcome back to Southern Extreme TV. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on my channel. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Tonight, we're going to go shoot some coyotes. I'm super jacked about these properties we have lined up. We've got 3 properties. One property I have a lot of confidence in. One property I know there's coyotes there, but they are difficult to kill. The other property is a really good property, but it's a big property, and these dogs can be in a wide array of different type of terrain, and they can just be in a weird place. So all 3 places I know there is coyotes, but we're just kind of at the mercy of them acting right and doing their job and coming into that Fox Pro. It is October. We just had our first cold front. I'm still coughing from where I was sick back in September, so pardon my voice, but man, I'm excited. Let's go shoot some dang dogs in the face. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let's go have some fun. We're going to pick Guffy up. Let's see if we can let them old Rock Rivers sing tonight, baby. Alrighty, we got Guffy open up the gate at the first spot. I don't know what he was saying. Oh yeah, I didn't know what you were saying. I didn't know. But we're at the first spot. Guffy just opened the gate. Thought I was going to run him over there. I had to keep him on his toes, is what I got to do. Sure. But we hadn't hunted this property since last year. It's a big property. A lot of potential to move around on them. We killed a coyote here last year, and it was early season, so I feel good that we're going to be close to them. So we just need them to act right. But we'll get set up and see if we can make something happen.
Definitely doable. So woo! 3, 2.
For y'all to hear me, but we got a dog down, and we're gonna try to get a drug out here and try to stay as quiet as possible, just for the simple fact that we know there's a lot of dogs in here, so we just want to be mindful of that. I think the road bed is just right through there, so I think I can actually drive the truck right there to it. So we'll see if we can get this thing out of here and let you guys take a better look at it up at the truck. You want to talk about a hard-fought dog? How long were we on that set for?
A while.
45 minutes?
Yeah.
At minimum?
Yeah.
But when we ripped the first howl, that dog cut us off and was 250, 300. Then he gained and was less than 200, arguably. We couldn't figure out why this dog wouldn't come in. I mean, everything was perfect. The wind was perfect. We were above the dog. There was a field. I mean, we had everything going for us, and the dog just wouldn't commit. And we knew at some point that something wasn't really adding up. And we decided that we were going to make a move. The field kind of jogged to the right a little bit, which is where that coyote was at. And we made a move, got around to where we could see a little bit better, and then we could see down into the woods below us. And me and Guffy got to talking, and I happened to turn around and look, and I could see that the fence was surrounded in game fence with the little, 4x4, 5x5 squares. And here in North Carolina, game fence is not good. Out west, a coyote might travel 500-600 yards down one fence line on one field to get into his hole to get into that field. Well, here we don't have that luxury, and a lot of times if it's a game fence, a coyote will actually avoid it unless it is just it knows that it's going in there to go feed. But in a situation like this where you're trying to call them in, they just get skittish when they have one way in and one way out. It just makes them super nervous. And that right there is just ultimately what hurt us on this set. We could have very easily, in my opinion, shot or had an opportunity at 3 or 4 coyotes. And right there at the end, we just shut up, we got quiet, and we had these 2 young pups come in. And Guffey was actually, you were walking around trying to see around that bend just to make sure they wasn't sitting there. And Guffey took about 2 steps, and I seen these coyotes coming through the woods. And they were perfectly broadside. And right whenever I woofed them and stopped them to do a countdown, Guffey's dog stopped behind a tree. But they were on the other side of this game fence, and mine was just perfectly broadside in the open. And I had no choice but to take my shot, because we were even lucky that we were even talking about doubling on these coyotes, which was crazy. Thought we heard a coyote right there, but man, we got, like I said, we got lucky on this one, and she was a hard fought coyote. Let me tell you that. She ran probably, hit her, complete pass through the 243 on the Rock River. She made it about 60 yards. I want you guys to look at this side over here. Look at this exit hole from that 243. If that's not a testament as to how tough these dogs are, and this was this year's dog. Where's that at? Coyotes howling right there like crazy.
This place is eat up with them this year. I have to get back over here soon.
So, long story short, we got a dead coyote. We're gonna get out of here so we don't disturb anything else. We got 2 more sets to go. They're running good. I feel good about it. Let's go see if we can shoot some more. Just pulled up here to the last spot. That spot there was dogs, but the wind was bad, and it was just kind of they had the upper hand on us, and we didn't want to educate them too bad, because the odds of us calling them in and getting a shot on them were low. The fields wasn't cut, but this place right here, this is probably the better farm of all of them we've hunted tonight. We know where these dogs like to be at. We know how to approach them, how to hunt them, and what to do if they're in a different area as well. So I feel good about it. If they're where they're supposed to be, then it won't take long. Last spot, we've got some room to move on these dogs, but we're playing it conservative and staying pretty far back. So we're gonna rip a howl, and hopefully we're close enough to them we can get one kill. Well, the old Fox Pro X-Wave is absolutely wrecking the Coyotes this year. Oh yeah. Yep. We had us 2 pups come in. This is the one I shot. See yours right there somewhere? Guffey's is right there, so shot 1, 2, they crossed this fence. coming into this field, but we didn't quite let them get that close to us. We got us a female and a male. We're gonna keep this kind of short and sweet, mainly for the simple fact that we're not far from the truck where we killed these coyotes, and we literally got in and out, no problem. So our plan is to get them loaded up and get out of here before any other dogs come in to kind of check out what was going on. Just so that way, I mean, we did zero harm calling, educating wise to this farm. 2 young dogs born this year. These are great dogs to get off this property. Let's get them loaded up, and we'll see you guys back at Guffey's truck. Very blonde, ain't it?
Look how blonde, dude. Look at that.
Wow. Yeah. She's almost red, ain't she?
Yeah. Pretty.
Yeah, so that's a legit blonde one there. Woo-wee. Well, guys, you want to talk about a plan coming together right there. 3 coyotes in one night. It don't matter what time of year it is a dang good night. And to cap it off with a little blonde, red-looking coyote. I mean, she's almost red. She almost looks like a red fox. And at first, her muzzle looks like she's like almost albino, but her eyes.
It's a male, dude.
It's a male. Guffey's correcting me.
It's a 60-inch male, dude.
60. That's a whopping. That's what we call a spike. That's a spike in the
the Guffey version of a coyote.
But man, when a plan comes together, and what's crazy is the first spot where I shot this dog here. Those dogs really and truly were all lucky, just for the simple fact that we didn't know that there was a game fence there. We didn't really know what was going on, but the fact we were able to get these 3 killed, and what's another thing that me and Guffey were talking about too, that all 3 dogs were in woods. None of them ever actually came out into the field. They either came out, they all come on like the edge of the field in the actual woods, which is kind of rare, especially when you're hunting with thermals and you're hunting typically fields all the time. But what a cool little hunt, man. I mean, we're out here. It is 12:30 at night, but we spent a lot of time on that first set just because those dogs were right there, and we couldn't quite figure out why they wasn't coming in, why we couldn't get them to come into the field. But what a cool little hunt. What an awesome hunt. Super excited you guys were hanging out with me on my channel. If y'all are new to Southern Extreme TV, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are trying to grow this thing to 100,000 subs, and every click gets me a little bit closer. And if you've already subscribed, make sure you share this video as well. Sharing puts our content out in front of people who don't know about Southern Extreme TV and don't know about what we're doing. But leave a comment down below if you got any questions. Be glad to have a chat with you guys. It's been fun. We got a lot of videos coming up in the future. We're going to be doing some out-of-state traveling, and I'm excited about it. So thanks for hanging out. Be sure to stay tuned. I'll be bringing you guys along on the next one.